As the sun sets on Spider-Man, Magic the Gathering turns to its newest set, Avatar, which previews have already started for. Just look at these new Avatar cards spoiled yesterday. There's Avatar Aang, a 4-color commander who, wait a second, he's actually a 5-color commander. Just check out how he flips into Aang, Master of Elements. But I'm so excited for Sokka, Bold Boomeranger. Not for commander though, but for standard, where I've been thinking of brewing up an Izzet deck. What do you think? Could Sokka finally let me pull off an Izzet deck in standard? There's Appa and Momo and Toph. All my Avatar friends are here, and they're all being previewed right now. Watch out, Southern Air Temple, because everything's gonna change when the Fire Nation attacks. Check out Fire Lord Zuko, who's a 2/4 for 3, and Katara, who's a 3/3 for 3. Radical art for vanilla cards. What effect will these cards have in our already Spider-Man-dominated format? Which pair-ups with the Spider-Man cards for the set that's been out, Spider-Man, for weeks now? Will you want to play in your standard decks? I'm just kidding, y'all. Spider-Man isn't even out yet. It's out in like a couple of weeks? I don't know. And anyway, who cares what new cards for standard there are from Spider-Man or Avatar when the entire meta is just Izzet Cauldron? When's the next ban update? That's not good. Edge of Eternities just released. I mean, look at this. I got all these booster boxes to open for the booster box game, but does anybody really want to play? Well, that's what we're gonna do because it's Wednesday. For me, it's probably Friday for you, and it's time to play the regular booster box game, and what we're gonna do is special this time. You may have already seen my collector booster box game in which I open packs, guess prices, and have an existential crisis about the current state of Magic the Gathering, but this is going to be a classic booster box game. I'm gonna open these packs fast as I can, get right to the rares, and see if I have opened enough for another box, at which point I'll open another box. And I will keep doing so again and again and again until I open a box that does not have its value in itself. It's the booster box game, and then I'll just give away all the unopened boxes on Whatnot, and all the cards that I open as well. So it's the ow, that's heavy box game for Edge of Eternities. We're going old style. How many boxes will we open of play booster boxes? Let's find out. But first, are you tired of getting weird looks every time you bring out your cards for game night? I mean, just last week, someone told me they don't want to play my cube because the cards are damp and smell funny. It's not my fault that there's no easy storage solution for my card collection that's stylish, spacious, and affordable. Wait, what's that? It's oh, duh, it's Cubamajigs, sponsor of today's video. Cubamajigs are reusable gaming packs with a wide variety of uses for trading card games. Store your sideboards, transport smaller stacks of cards, or even recreate the experience of opening a sealed pack of cards. Each product from Cubamajigs comes in a myriad of amazing designs and colors. Wow, fully functional and aesthetically pleasing? Then I guess it must cost an arm and a leg, right? Wrong, idiot. Cubamajigs is getting ready to launch their brand new series of products, so they are slashing prices of their current designs during their liquidation event. Get discounts as high as 70% off. Need a box for your smaller boxes? Then try Potamajigs, which are also on sale. These containers come in multiple beautiful designs and can store over 1,000 cards, or 54 Cubamajigs. Heck, this whole ad could fit in a Potamajig. Wait, the ad isn't over yet. So just go to Cubamajigs.com and save big on tons of awesome products. Thank you to Cubamajigs for sponsoring this video. And I'm sorry I called you idiots. You're not idiots. You're awesome because you buy Cubamajigs. All right, I've got my champion playmat here. I've got my booster box of Edge of Eternities. I've got my Lieutenant Worf Planeswalker. Captain, the slivers are without honor. It's time to play the classic booster box game, and we are looking to get, as of today, $140 for this box. Now there's actually some galaxy foils in here, chance of an ancient tomb and other goodies, but I will be going through this box super fast. We want to do a classic booster box game where, although I will be talking, we are just going right to the rares and looking at their value. And we'll see how this goes. You know, the booster box game was a classic staple of Tolarian Community College. It was based on a real thing that I did with original Innistrad booster boxes where I'd sell a Snapcaster, a Liliana of the Veil, and a couple other cards for $100 and buy another box, and kept going. And then after a certain amount of time, and I have my theories as to why, the booster box game just didn't perform very well anymore. And while it's not all about views, it is about the audience reception, and I felt the audience reception had significantly diminished. For this first pack, let's show the value of everything, and then we're going to cut just to the rares for each remaining pack to go through it quick, because we might be doing multiple boxes. So here we go. We've got no real value. Why do we need $2? Because in ye old days, and I still do sell these cards on the secondary market. I mean, I can't afford for the budget of this show to just be, ripping through 20 boxes and just whatever. We do still buy and sell cards on the secondary market, but in ye old days, I really did. I mean, I had long conversations with my wife. I really did need to sell those cards. And so because of buyer fees, shipping fees, other things, we needed to actually get $2 to make it worth our while. And then it just became a thing. So here we go. We've got a land. I think this is where we're going to start pricing things in every pack. Our possibility technician, I'm not going to guess prices on these because we want to go fast, and our foil. And I think that's how these packs are going to go. There is a chance of galaxy foils, even a galaxy foil land would be good. I'm not sure if it's a chance of just certain cards at galaxy foil or not. And so what we're going to do here now with our additional packs is we're just going to go through the commons and uncommons. No extra special showcase. And we'll go right to the rare. Show the price on the rare, add it up, and then we look at the foil, show the price on the foil, add it up, and there we go. And it looks like we got a bonus foil in here, show the price of a foil basic land, and then I'm going to just cut the cameras and immediately run upstairs to my staff. We actually have a bit of a scanner app that a member of staff has developed to very quickly price these cards out upstairs so that we will know if we got there. Very good commander card for sure, but I'm not sure the value. And yeah, we've got this cool full art non-foil land there. So anyway, that was the booster box game, and we kept it at $2 because that just turned into tradition. And while there might have been ways that we could have made better use of the bulk, it was just how we always played it. And I like to keep it there too, to symbolically show that cards don't have that much value. It's hard for the average person. Even if we could sell a dollar card for $1 and walk away with $1 and not lose seller fees through whatever means we now have as a YouTube channel and with our industry connections, I like to think of the average person, and the average person can definitely not do that. If I just honestly right now, everyone watching this, if you have a card that's worth $1.50 in your collection, you price it on TCG Player at $1.50, I want you to seriously think about how you would get $1.50 for that card. And unless you literally know someone at your LGS that's going to give you $1.50 for it, you're not really going to be able to do that. You're going to end up with 70 cents, whatever, maybe even 50 cents. Maybe you can't even sell it. And I just think that should be incorporated into the game. But the game did go down in views. And I remember times where, one of my favorites was we were doing Modern Masters 2015, 2017, one of those. And we were at the last box. We had done like 5 boxes. And we were at the last box and the last pack, and we were nowhere near the price, nowhere near it. And then we opened up a foil Scalding Tarn in the very last pack, and it was at the time worth $150, something like that. I don't remember the price. It was huge, and it brought us into the next box. People were talking about it. There was tweets about it and posts and everything. And all of that just started to die down. And a big thing that started to die down was when collector boosters hit and all of the value got taken out of these packs and put into collector boosters. And we just had box after box, video after video, where we did maybe 2 boxes, seldom 3, and often 1. And I think it killed viewer interest in a significant way. And I understand that. I don't think that that's a problem with the viewers. Everything splashy, for the most part, got put into the collector booster boxes. In addition to that, when the shift from standard happened, don't get me started on the current state of standard, but when the shift from standard to commander happened, there were no longer the sort of chase cards that you once had. It used to be that there were lots of cards that were kind of like Vivi, maybe not as extreme, that were in a set. And it was like, I need this card, I need this card. And you wanted to see if they were opened. But now, the majority of cards, I don't know how we're doing on the screen so far. I'm willing to bet not great. We took a poll amongst the staff as to whether or not we were going to hit a second box, and I don't feel confident, unless we get an Ancient Tomb or a Galaxy foil, but I don't even think the Shocklands are going to bring us up there. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, and I hope I'm proven wrong. I do want there to be value, but I just don't think that it's in this card. Maybe it's in this next one. Oh, there we go. So that might be what gets us there. Is Alpha Royale Stone Chosen with the special border and foil worth some dough there? We will find out. And so it felt kind of like, and another thing I noticed in the traditional collector booster box games was that I would post it, and it's like maybe an hour. Because what I started doing too was if we only opened 1 box, I was like, well, I was tempted to do it this time too. I'm not going to. But I was tempted to be like, well, let's open up a second box, either of the same set, just to compare and see if another box would have gotten us there. Or let's open up the box of the previous set, just so there's a little more to do. But I began to notice I'd post the booster box game. It'd be 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. And then people would just say, oh, wow, didn't get there, whatever. And they were post, oh, only 2 boxes. And it was like they weren't watching. And you can see that on the back end in viewer retention. You could see that people would just skip to see. They'd click the video and they'd just want to see if the box got there. They wouldn't actually watch and enjoy it, because who cares? If every card is worth less than $1, who gives a damn what you open? It's not fun. And I agree. I agree with that. I don't think that that's a problem on the part of the viewer base. So it eventually got to a point where views were down on them and interest was down. And the interest being down was what got me. When no one cared, when people were even starting to make snarky comments of who cares, I was like, well, then I don't care. It's unfortunate. Oh, the best art in the set, maybe. The best art in the set. Some of it beautiful. I hope this card's worth money. I hope this card is worth some cash, because it would be a shame if this is another case of cards with beautiful art that are worth no real money, and it might be. So what happened then at the same time was I was playing the collector booster box game. And it was never meant as a game, because I refuse, even on a collector booster box where I opened $700 and I paid $240 for it. I tried 1 or 2 where I sold it and opened another box, but I didn't like it. I didn't like promoting it on that level. And I just felt that I wanted to talk when I opened the collector booster box. I wanted to talk, and they were doing much better. People were saying, we love hearing you talk. I didn't plan it as a recurring series. Maybe that's what makes it so great, just like Commander wasn't planned as an official format, the way Paper Brawl, what a joke, was. And it just turned into this thing where the views were there, but the engagement was what impressed me. I would mumble something about something at pack number 6, and there was all these comments of engagement, and people were actually watching the video. And I know this may surprise you. I see something there. What do you think that is? I wonder what that is. It looks like it could be something juicy. At the very least, something pretty. Let's find out. It's Creeping Tar Pit. That is one of the best of the Zendikar creature lands. for sure. It's beautiful. This is, someone just mouthed off at me in the comments of our Collector Booster Box game, like, you hate every set that isn't high fantasy. And the whole Collector Booster Box game, I said, I love Edge of Eternities, which is not high fantasy, and I love the art. I'm bowled away by it. I was skeptical and convinced. And I was just like, did you watch the video? And here I just said, people, this is mine. Sorry, that goes in my collection. That's Prof's. I gotta look at it again. Oh, I said I wouldn't guess prices, but please show me that that's it. You already showed it, editor. Don't wait to show it till now, but you can put it back up. I want it $20, right? That's gotta be a $20 card, come on. I'm not guessing any more prices. We got so many packs to get through. And if we make it to a second box, I'm gonna have to talk about something like my childhood or something. That's the other issue too. So the Collector Booster Box game was a big hit, but doing multiple boxes and talking, I've only got so much that I can say in a sitting before I feel like it's boring. And so I really liked what the Collector Booster Box game had become. I sit, I talk about Magic, I talk about myself a little bit, I talk about what's on my mind. I was a little embarrassed. People liked that. They liked seeing me out of my comfort zone. And I understand why now. I really do. I understand why that was appealing. Well, we just got that. Look at this. I was like, I'm cracking up. I feel like I've seen this card. How much? Show me. I know you already showed the prices, editor. I'm always just curious. Here's the foil and the non-foil. How much more is a foil worth of a rare than a non-foil now? Now, this is probably not a chase card. Maybe it is. I don't know offhand. Target player mills cards equal to your life total. That's pretty cool in Commander. Or a life gain deck. So maybe. One of my happiest memories, playing at my local game store, Anime Imports in Pacifica, California. If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, Anime Imports is one of the best local game stores to go to for Magic the Gathering and other things. Not a sponsor. Just literally the reason I'm here as a channel. Because that was where I learned my love of Magic all over again, and where they showed me what community meant, because that is a community-based store. By far, and I was playing in the Avacyn Restored pre-release, and I opened up a foil Cavern of Souls, pack fresh. I held it up, and I said, I just opened a foil Cavern of Souls. Would anybody trade me 2 non-foil Cavern of Souls for it? And one person said, deal, like that. And then other people are laughing, and we all knew each other too. And other people said, you have 2 non-foils? And he goes, no, but I'll get them. And he traded his cards for 2 non-foil caverns from people. This was by the end. We played in the pre-release. This was at the end. We said, okay, at the end of the pre-release sort of thing. And then he said, here you go. Here's 2 non-foil caverns for your foil cavern. Foils used to be worth something. Now most of these foils are probably worth nothing. Oh, there we go. This is the sort of money that gets us to the next pack, even though the but it's deafening silence. I don't know that that's got a lot of value to it, except just that it's got this thing. It looks really cool, except you can't read it and stuff. I have my opinions on it. Oh, we're not looking at the uncommons. There we go. Wow, what a pack, though. Sacred Foundry and a Deafening Silence. I love this set. Please draft this set. Please play in a pre-release with this set. What a thing! Woo! There's a pack. This is what they were claiming all play booster packs would be like. Meanwhile, how many... Ooh, editor. You're going to go back in time. I'm going to make you suffer. I want a count of the total number of rares and mythics that we've opened. So it's already been there the whole video now. But I came up with the idea now. Because I want to see, with 30 packs, how many actual rares or mythics we end up with. That is one of my favorite arts, too. The art in this set is divine. He only likes high fantasy. Well, no, I like Magic. I like Magic having a high fantasy setting. Like, oh, God, don't cancel me. I liked that. Jeez, what a take. What a hot take from the professor. But, oh, wait, there's more. There's nuance. There's nuance to his opinions. I love this set. And I love sci-fi. And while maybe I don't want Magic the Gathering to have been a sci-fi set, I thought Kamigawa Neon Dynasty was one of the best sets of its year. In fact, I think I said it was the best set of the year. So get off my freaking back. God, it's okay for me to say it's okay for me to say, now it's turning into a collector booster box game. That comment got me so mad because it was just like, all I said was, I didn't think I'd love Edge of Eternities, and it turned into my favorite set of the year. So that's joyful. I hope everyone plays it because it's so much fun. I love the art. I'm in love with the art. And then I said, ooh, it's a foil one. And then I said, but I still miss what Magic had been. And both are true. And I wish there was a way to maybe have both, but I understand we can't. And wow, that somehow translated into you hate everything. Wow, Celestial Colonnade, the other big creature land. Whoo, doggy, maybe this did get to 140. Oh my God, am I gonna have to open another box? I'm gonna have to talk about how I'm at, what is it, 10 months sober? I think I'm 10 months sober now. I gotta make it till October 8th, I think it is. So that'll be 1 year. Upside Down Mountain. So there we go. So maybe I'll have to tell the whole damn story of that if we have a second box. I don't like getting too personal with that stuff, but I guess I will. So that'll be the thing. Otherwise, you have to wait for the next booster box game. What a terrible bro. I'm not doing that. Anyway, where are we? Do I think we hit it? I didn't, but the Celestial Colonnade, if we didn't hit it, this is what I'm going to say. I don't know if we've hit it or not. Whoops, nope, there's nothing there. I don't know if we've hit it or not. I really don't. We're on our last pack. How many rares out of 30 packs? Are we at 40 rares and mythics? We better be at least 36 because we used to get 36 guaranteed, plus a couple extras. Should be a lot higher than that. But, all right. I will say that if this has not hit $140 for a box, when it had Creeping Tar Pit, Celestial Colonnade, couple shock lands, then, I mean, it's like, I don't think it's fair for it to be Ancient Tomb, Galaxy Foil, or you don't get your money. That's not a healthy setup. I just don't think that's healthy. It means too much of the value has been shifted to collector booster boxes, and these aren't even for draft anymore because they're for play booster. We did our video, please watch it, about how this has affected draft and sealed, and this was heavily researched, heavily tested. Very smart players, literally our writer who just got off the Pro Tour, was involved in this, and please watch it, but because it really has some good insight. Anyway, show me $140.
Space.
Wow, we opened one whole box of Edge of Eternities. I was prepared to open as many boxes as possible and have a nice long video, but it was just the one. I bet if I was opening up Final Fantasy, I'd have gotten through multiple boxes because that's got Vivi in it, and that's what you need for Is It Cauldron? As always, the point of the booster box game is not for you to play it yourself. Just look at the decks you want to play and then buy the singles that you need for the decks that interest you. Though, if you're looking at Standard, maybe wait until the next ban announcement, whenever that is. Nonetheless, I hope very much this video has at least been of some fun to you, and if you want a lot of fun, check out our most recent episode of Shuffle Up and Play. That's a good time. It's linked here or in this video's description. Look, we got Drawfee. We got Nathan from Drawfee. It's a great episode, and I hope very much you'll give it a watch.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
Today, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players.
My name's Joseph, and today I have built Hogak.
You can also tell he's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player because he called it Hogak.
What do you all call it?
Hogak.
Very famously.
Summer of the Gak.
DEI is alive and well at Tellurian Community College. We're giving job opportunities to Yu-Gi-Oh! Players.
I get transfer credits for this, don't worry.
I was very bored during COVID lockdown.
Let's go.
When Prof is doing well.
Put him up.
Avison, Angel of Hope. Oh, my queen.
We literally have assigned a member of staff to making sure Tappy doesn't screw up her own commander's life tracking.
Yes, correct. It's like when you
Yeah,
train
yeah.
dogs.
Appreciate that half the table is clicker trained with White Claw.